Good morning, Diecast people, friends, family, channel viewers. I had to get dog food yesterday, and I went by Target. I don't go on explicit toy runs anymore because it's usually disappointing. But if I have to go get something anyway, like dog food or dishwashing detergent or soap, I'll make sure I go. Well, it's not that I make sure, it's just I always wind up being someplace that sells Hot Wheels anyway. So I'll stop by the diecast section. And yesterday at Target, I approached the Hot Wheels pegs, and I noticed that they had restock. So in my mind, I'm like, cool, there might be some stuff here. And then to the left of me, I hear, "Hey man, you into Hot Wheels?" And I looked over, and it's a guy with no teeth, dirty baseball hat, meth head type, calling prejudiced or a stereotyper, whatever. Looked like a meth head to me. And I said, yeah, I guess so. I mean, how could I lie? I was standing there in front of the Hot Wheels pegs. And then he says, "I got a bunch of Hot Wheels back at the house, all kinds of them. I'll give you a good deal." And in my mind, I'm thinking, no way I'm going to this dude's house, if it's a house. And this is the reason that there's never anything here, because people like him are like trying to get money for more meth or air fresheners or energy drinks or whatever the fuck. So what I wanted to say was, you're the problem. No fucking way. And I'm also not going to your house. But what I said was, well, I just looked for specific ones. That's cool. And he's like, "You sure, man? I got all kinds of them. I got treasure hunts, super treasure hunts." And again, I was like, this is the reason. But I said, "Nah, that's cool. That's cool. I just look for specific ones." He's like, "Okay, man," and he left, and he went around the corner. And I'm like, damn, he's already been here, so there's probably nothing good. But I was wrong. The restock that I was observing was actually an F case. So got one of these, which is going to the archive. I already kept one from a case, but I was waiting to find this, waiting for it to be more common. So this goes to the archive. Let's open it up, take a look at it. Gas Monkey Garage. I think we already did look at this anyway, but here's another view. This one's going to the archive. And this, which is a recolor of an extremely unpopular car called the Morgan Super 3. So yeah, we were giving the teal ones away for a while, and might wind up giving these away. I don't know. But this recolor, which they call red, but looks damn orange to me in person. I don't know how anyone could call that red. But this recolor of the Morgan Super 3 going to the archive. It's a 3-wheeler made by Morgan. I have heard of Morgan. In red, aka orange. And surprise of all surprises, I found this. This was not on my radar. I didn't know they were going to make one of these. So it's a burgundy Target Red edition of the Mercedes 500e. And just making sure I read that right. Mercedes-Benz 500e. And we got a green one. There have been many colors of this car. And there was a green one this year. So this is the Target Red edition in Middle Flake burgundy. So I actually found 2 of these. One for myself, because I'm a Mercedes collector, and one for the archive. And it's always nice finding red editions without having to pay like $4 a piece for them from the terrorists. Just finding them on the pegs is really cool. And then that's not all. Around the corner, well, I found those in a dump bin down low. And then I went back around the corner and I decided to check out the multi-packs. And I saw this one, which I've seen this. I saw this on Ministry of Diecast. And yeah, I watch Ministry of Diecast's content. I mean, as long as you realize it's an advertisement and that's not a real person, it's just a Mattel advertisement that you're watching. It's a good place to find out what's coming down the pipeline because it's an advertisement. So I saw this, and then like 2 days later, I find it. I'm like, oh, I definitely need that Subaru because I just got the Easter spring version. The rest of these, that's the only fantasy car. Got that one. We're just talking about it. I don't collect McLarens, but that's the McLaren P1 in gold, probably a multi-pack exclusive. These two are mainline releases, which is fine. They will sell. And I was under the impression that I didn't have this yet. I knew I had the green Acura, but for some reason I was thinking this was like new to me. I have a lot of Corvettes. But Bill Wilkinson sent me both of these, which tells me that he must have bought this multi-pack like a while ago, like 2 weeks ago. But it's just now showing up in my area. Let's open it. Always cut away from yourself. Here's the 8 up close. And here's the only one I'm actually keeping because I already have that and I already have that. I knew I had that. And surprise, surprise, I do have that one too. One of those plastic body Stingrays. So these 7 will be at Ignition Diecast by the end of the day, probably. A couple of them already are. But here is the reason I bought this 8-pack, this Subaru Impreza. And I featured one of these in a video a couple days ago, a gray one with a pink interior, which I guess is the Easter version. The bottom just says Subaru Impreza, but it was pointed out to me that this is definitely the WRC car. And the debut was the Colin McRae blue and yellow. I'm not positive Colin McRae was driving that car at that point, but it's the 2004 WRC Subaru Impreza, which we can assume was turboed. I don't know if it was a 2-liter or 2.5 like the STI has, but an interesting fact is that this used to have a plastic body and a metal base, and then they retooled it. Now it has a plastic base and a metal body. So I recently redecided to start collecting Subarus. So now I have 2 of these, and maybe I'll buy some more. I don't know. It's Sunday, which I usually tell you to get out there and get the goods on the pegs before the church people let out. I'm leaving out the church people. Maybe you go to church. If you do, that's awesome. God bless you. If you don't, I'm just letting you know that the stores stock up extra for the weekend, especially the post-church crowd, because a lot of people go do their shopping after church. And if you're into like diecast cars at the department stores, they usually beef up what's hanging on the pegs. So if you get there before the church people get out, pickings are usually pretty good. Anyway, talk to you Monday.